Hello and welcome back to the Bamboo Farm. It is Sunday, February 13th, 2022, and this is the latest what's going on here. So, last update was in December. It was still kind of warm in December. I think it was like 80s and 60s, and it's cooled down now. The average temperature is probably in the 70s down to the 50s at night. And the big news really for this update, as far as weather and climate goes, and the growth of the plants, is about 2 weeks ago we had a cold front come through over 2 days. It was like January 30th and 31st, and brought the temperatures down overnight to like low 30s, high 20s, and we had frost out here as well. Pretty good little layer of frost. So that being about 2 weeks ago, the plants today are just starting to begin the recovery of some of the effects that we've seen. The natural vegetation and everything just got totally wiped out. Everything just got killed on the surface, and we do see a lot of stress on the foliage due to that. So I'll kind of show you here what that looks like. So in particular, it's the tops of the plants. When the frost comes from the top down, kind of like dew, and the top foliage gets hit the worst, and anything lower does a little bit better. The smaller plants and the weaker plants are more affected by it than the bigger, stronger, healthier plants. So these plants around here did pretty good. We've got a portion of the field that I'm walking towards now that did not do as well, just having a little bit smaller and weaker plants. So that's kind of the main news as far as climate goes, and I guess even for this update, and that was, like I said, that was about 2 weeks ago. We expect the plants that I just showed you and these ones that I'm walking through here now, these will recover without any issue. Even the ones that got hit, some of the smaller and weaker ones, they will bounce back, and it'll just take them a little bit longer, and we'll probably have to help them out a little bit, clean out some of the vegetation and things. But like even here, this is you can see where that grass right here is just all dead, but we have no concerns. The native vegetation will definitely grow back with a vengeance. So that's kind of the big update for the weather and the climate. It's not a great thing, obviously, but the plants survived, and we're happy to have plants at the maturity level that they are. As I mentioned, the smaller and weaker the plants are, the worse, the more that the frost and the cold affects them. So I don't think there's anything on the forecast for the next 2 weeks to close out February. No anticipation of like Arctic air or anything like that coming from the north that would further escalate any of these problems. So it's as I mentioned, it's warming back up. It's like 70s during the day now, and it's in the middle of kind of sprinkling right now, so they're getting a little bit of rain even, which is really good. So they're still doing pretty green though, which is kind of nice. The plants are not really, around this time, really would expect them to be a little bit more yellow and or like a lime green, but we're still seeing there's kind of that dark green is still present on most of the plants. So that's a good thing. It just means that they're holding on to the nutrients in the soil and using those reserves, those nutrient reserves, versus becoming super deficient. So again, we're not fertilizing during this time. Another thing we've been working on is over on the older plants on lot 1. We've done a ton of work over there over this winter, and we've got some more to do, but we're cleaning things out and kind of setting the stage for what's going to probably be the winter project on with these plants next year. So the plan right now is to let these ones go and continue to mature. We've still got some competition with weeds and vegetation, even like this plant here. It's a pretty good sized plant, but it's still got a little bit of that native competition. So we're just going to continue the fertilizing and the general caretaking that we've been doing this year. We're going to continue that with these ones, let them keep growing and get bigger and bushier, and then probably do what we're doing on the with the older plants, which is really cleaning them out, thinning them out, letting more sunlight and airflow through there, and because we're also starting to look at harvesting some shoots at some point. So, but yeah, that's kind of it for this update in February. Can't really think of anything else that's new that's going on. We do need to come in here and probably pick up the poly and reset some of these emitters and flip them so they're all pointed downwards. I'll show you what pointed down looks like. So all of them are pointed down like that, and it just makes the spray pattern very local to that spot. And what you can do is take those and with a blue and point it 90 degrees, or actually it's 180 degrees, flip it up the other way, and it will spray a water pattern that's much farther out, and that will help just encourage the root ball to continue growing in all directions and just provide a better watering pattern. So that'll be a project to do for sure. And again, just some of the smaller ones that need the help still, we will work that as well. So yeah, I think that's it for the February update. Excited to start the new year. We've got some plans for, really we'll talk about it in the next update in April, to do some foliar sprays of different nutrients and supplements to help the plants grow, some different things than we have done versus just the 90-day like granular and then that's it. So yeah, excited to talk about that, and that's it. So thanks so much for watching. I'll pan around here. You can see this part of the field's got a little bit of a different experience when I was talking about the foliage. I guess the dark gray sky doesn't help the mood either, but the plants are doing okay. They'll bounce back from this in the spring. We saw something kind of similar with the older plants. Oh, and by the way, the older plants, the bigger ones, they took the frost and the cold event much better than the smaller ones. So we know this is just, so we've got to get through this early time period, this juvenile stage, and the plants are able to withstand all these stressful events better. So all right, that's all I have for the February update 2022. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and if not, I will see you on the next one. Thank you.